In this lesson, we're going to be talking about homonyms. Let's be word detectives again. The other day, we had a lesson on synonyms, and we did a little bit of research on what the word meant. Let's take a closer look at the word homonym. It's always interesting to look at the etymology of a word. Let's discover this word's meaning and origin. First, we'll start by breaking it down into two parts. Many words come to us from ancient Greek or Latin words, and this one does too. Homo means the same. Okay, for this part of the word homonym, we're looking at NYM, nym, and this comes from the word name. So we have names that are the same, homonym. You know, many words that we use today come to us from Greek and Latin words. Now, they were spelled differently then, but language is always changing. Words are changing, evolving, being created. And today, this is how we spell homonym. What does it mean? Homonym means words that are the same. And guess what? They sound exactly the same. And they're even spelled the same. But you know what? They have different meanings. So remember when we were looking at synonyms, they were words with the same meaning. Not here. These homonyms, even though they're spelled the same and they sound the same, they're going to have different meanings. Let's look at some examples. I bet you actually know some already. Bark. When I say bark, what do you think of? Do you automatically think of the outer layer of a tree? Bark? Or do you think of this? A dog barking. Look it. They are spelled the same, B-A-R-K, bark. However, completely different meaning. This is a great example of homonyms. Okay, next up, we have bat. Can you think of another type of bat? The homonym for bat is, what do you use when you play baseball? You use a bat to hit the baseball, right? Spelled the same, sounds the same, but totally different meaning. Our next example, rock. Do you like rock music? And now we're looking at a rock on the beach. Homonyms. We have rock music, and then we have rocks that are like big stones. Okay, let's look at another example. We're so excited. The fair's come to town and we're going to be going on some rides and playing some games. Fair. You know, it didn't seem fair that everyone else had a slice of pizza and yet we didn't get any. It didn't seem fair. Here's another set of homonyms. It is so bright outside. I probably should have brought my sunglasses. Okay, here is the homonym. Sometimes you'll meet somebody that seems quite smart. And instead of calling them smart, we might say, you know, that student is quite bright. Or I think they're going to have a bright future. Okay, this is going to be the last example we're looking at, and then I'm going to ask you to go ahead and write some of these down in your language book. So, last one. If someone asked you how you're doing and you're feeling pretty good, you'd probably say, "Oh, thanks, I'm doing really well." That means you're feeling healthy, you're feeling good and happy, you're doing well. Have you ever seen one of these? This is a water well. Some people get their water from a well. That's it for all of our examples of homonyms. Like I said, be sure to write some down in your book. And if you come up with any others, that's great. That's it for our lesson. I hope you enjoyed learning all about homonyms.